What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another banger. Okay, Birds in the Trap is in the building. Alright, and today I am here to bring you the best UFC press conference moments. Okay, there have been plenty throughout time. I chose my top 5 personally. Alright, and I'm going to go through them with you guys today because these are just too good and I can't not talk about them. Alright, let me know what I missed out in the comments. Drop your favorite press conference moments. And yeah, let's get right into it. Let's start off with Daniel Cormier. Okay, I'm not choosing one specific instance because Daniel Cormier, he has a lot of funny press conference moments. Okay, and I think he's pretty underrated on the mic. Okay, the 3 that I'm thinking of, my personal favorite is his verbal assault that he did on Ryan Bader. That bit was just way too funny. You know, Ryan Bader, the easiest fight in the division. I want Ryan Bader. That was hilarious. Oh, I'll be playing clips for you guys in between these just so I don't have to sit here and quote them all. You guys will be able to see what I'm talking about just in case you haven't. And number 2, him slipping on the stage after the Stipe Miocic press conference. It was their first fight. And, you know, he just got up and he took a little tumble. All right, it is what it is. And then number 3, the Jon Jones brawl. You can see the sweat from his armpits from that shirt. You can see Jon getting ready to launch the belt to the ground and just tackle DC. And yeah, I mean, Daniel Cormier has a ton of funny press conference moments. Let's go ahead and play him right now. Oh, look at that, guys. He just took a stumble right there in the middle of the press conference. That's too funny. He was fine, though. He was fine. Next up, we got the Ryan Bader press conference. We're just going to let this play out, all right?
I think he's around here. Has Ryan Bader's ass, and I'm going to beat the shit out of him next time. You keep talking, Bader.
Keep talking, Bader.
Keep talking, Bader. Keep talking. Keep talking. This guy's so disrespectful. I'm trying to fight Anthony Johnson, and Ryan Bader's writing me stupid messages on Twitter because he wants people to think that he deserves a title shot. Come on, Ryan. You can come and fight me. You just can get your ass kicked like you were going to do in June. Ryan Bader, I asked him to fight you.
Here it is.
I just want an easy paycheck. I knew that I wanted to fight you. I asked to fight you multiple times, Bader. Bader, come on. I asked to fight you. They said, Daniel, what do you want? I said, I want the easiest fight in the division. I want Ryan Bader. I want the easiest fight in the division. I want Ryan Bader. Just give me my paychecks right now, Bader. Get your ass out of here. This is my press conference. Fuck out of here.
That was just too good of a moment right there. And the last thing we're going to be taking a look at for Daniel Cormier is the Jon Jones brawl. I know you've all seen it, but let's go back in time and take another look at it. I mean, look at that. The whole backdrop fell. They're in the middle of the casino. Things are getting rowdy out here. And you know what? Jon probably won this too. Anyways, that's just the top 3 for Daniel Cormier for me. He has a ton of funny moments, though. He's super underrated. I mean, even the moment with Brock Lesnar getting in the cage. I know that wasn't a press conference, but, you know, DC has some top moments, guys. Don't forget about him, all right? He's a funny guy, okay? Now, moving on, we're going to be talking about UFC 196 McGregor, okay? Using any McGregor moment is kind of a cop-out here. You know, I could say, oh, look at the Eddie Alvarez conference or the Aldo press conference. Of course, he's funny. He sold the fights. It was hilarious. It paid off for him. But I'm going to be picking a pretty underrated moment for McGregor because this fight never happened, all right? For those who don't know, at UFC 196, Conor McGregor was supposed to fight Rafael dos Anjos. But RDA broke his foot, all right? And then Diaz stepped in. And listen, the Diaz press conferences were funny as hell, and I could use those too. But those have been heard. You know, those have been shared. I feel like the RDA press conference, it hasn't been as widely spread, all right? So we're going to take a look at some of the highlights of this moment. I mean, some of his best lines, which you'll hear in a second. I'm not even going to try to do an impression. You've tasted the darkness of being KO'd stiff, and you will taste it again. Jeez, man. You know, he talks about how he made this fight. He put him in that seat. And something that is really funny is he always talks about the media obligations for RDA, and he says we and I, as in the UFC. But he puts himself in there because, I mean, he is kind of running the show. All right, and it's just really funny. I'm going to play it for you guys in a second. And every year is his fucking year, according to him. All right, not 2021, not 2022, not 2020. All right, you guys get what I mean. Another thing I totally forgot to mention is he just straight up showed up late. You guys see this. Everyone's already sitting there. He just shows up late. And it is what it is. All right, it's the McGregor show. No one cares.
Timekeeping, I do not wear watches to tell the time, so I operate on my own time, but I'm here now and I apologize, and here we go. Cormier has a title. He has nothing else but that. He is a free TV fighter. He has nothing else to offer me except that gold belt. So be fresh after 197. I believe I would dust Rafael inside 1 minute. He is a slower, sloppier version of Aldo. He's like a bum version of Aldo, so I believe in absolutely everything. I believe inside 1 minute I will dust him, I will exit the contest fresh, I will cash the check, I will sign the next contract for UFC 200, a brand new MGM, we'll go again.
Alright guys, those were just some highlights. That whole press conference is a highlight. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't. But, I mean, yeah, he was slick with it there. We can't even lie. Alright, number 3, we got Kevin Lee at the summer kickoff press conference, okay? My God, this was a moment. All right, Kevin Lee is a superstar, absolute pay-per-view draw in everything he does. He's Kevin Lee can do anything and he'll be a superstar. All right, you know. Don't worry about it. All right, the UFC hosted a summer kickoff press conference. All right, I believe it was 2017, and they had basically everyone that was fighting for the next few months on the main card, or I mean the headliners. They had them all at a press conference, and it was sick. And Kevin Lee and Michael Chiesa were headlining a fight night, so they were there. And Kevin Lee insulted Michael's dead mother, all right, which is something that would usually be frowned upon, all right. But this is the fight game, all right. You get to talk your talk, and you get to back it up, or you don't, okay. Michael, understandably, he didn't like this, okay, if you guys can believe that. So they ran towards each other at the press conference, and Kevin Lee snuck one in there. All right, you guys see it. Kevin Lee, he also went on to win the fight by submission in round 1. All right, so let's take a look at that moment.
He's going to headline because of me. After that, he's going back to the prelims. But I just hope he shows up because I know his mama got tickets. So
shut the fuck up about, hey, don't talk about my mom for one. Don't you ever talk about my mom. Don't you ever talk about my fucking mom. Don't you ever talk about my fucking mom. I want to get in the middle.
Like whatever you want to call it.
I'll smack the fuck out of you right now. Don't you ever talk about my mom. Talk about me.
What's going on?
All right, now me personally, I wouldn't let that slide. All right, but that's just me. Okay, Michael Chiesa, like I said, he lost the fight, but that's a classic Kevin Lee moment. That's probably a top 3 Kevin Lee moment. All right. Kevin Lee's the GOAT. All right, let's move on to number 4. We got Michael Bisping at UFC 199. This is another one of those ones where the whole press conference is a highlight, okay? I'm sure you guys know the story, but in case you don't, Chris Weidman pulled out of his title fight rematch with Luke Rockhold, and Bisping steps in on short notice. I think like 2 weeks notice. He was filming a movie, and he steps in there, basically with nothing to lose. All right, of course, you know, a loss on his record, and it's like Luke Rockhold has beaten him before, so that's another thing. But, I mean, he had some fun in this fight buildup, all right? He kind of knew everyone was counting him out, and he knew that he didn't have the best chance. So he just kind of took the moment to, I guess you could say, brand himself, but really just shit on Luke Rockhold, all right? But this fight did make Bisping a big name, and it showed that he's actually pretty slick on the mic, all right? This is where we got the hilarious conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the fuck up. I don't have a good Bisping. I don't have any good impression, guys. But even the post-fight press conference was hilarious, okay? Like, I miss when the UFC would have the fighters next to each other in the post-fight press conference, because it just made for more funny moments. I wish they'd bring it back. I don't know why they stopped it, but, I mean, it is what it is. All right. I'm not going to play too much from this press conference, but let's just look at the high points, all right?
I know that I'm better than this.
Sounds like
I
the
know
worst
that I'm going to
self-help
knock him
book you've
out.
ever read. Conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the f*** up. Listen.
Yeah.
You're talking like you're like this dominant champion. You You just won the belt. This is your first defense. It's not like you're Anderson Silva, who I just beat, by the way. Okay, this is your first defense. You're going to lose the belt.
And
Just
what's
get
the
used to
difference?
it.
Of Bisping's delivery there. All right, this is your first defense. All right, legendary press conference, legendary rivalry. All right, even though the fight wasn't very competitive, we still got some great moments from the press. So we're happy this happened. All right, moving on to number 5. A more recent example, actually the most recent example in this video, okay? Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya. Both times they've been on stage together, okay? They shared the stage at UFC 276 and UFC 293 most recently. All right, any Strickland press conference is a treat, whether he's with the crowd, whether he's with his opponent, or whether he's just talking to the media on the media day. It is a privilege, all right? And I mean that. And I think his performance at UFC 276 was better than his 293 performance. And by performance, I mean at the press conference. Okay, not their fights. We're not going to talk about the 276 fight for Strickland. But just the way that Strickland got up, I mean, you look at him. He's standing up, pointing at everyone. Izzy's right in front of him, you know, talking about, oh, don't break a nail on my face. Like, this was a legendary press conference because of Strickland. If Strickland wasn't there, it would not be what it was. And, you know, Izzy's quotes aged like milk from these press conferences, man. I'll tell you what, when we fight, when I knock you out, I'm going to do a TikTok dance over your grave. Like, shut up, Izzy. Shut up. You guys know we're not Izzy fans over here, all right? No shame about it, all right? And the 293 press conference, all right? I have the quotes here, but why don't we just let it play out just in case anyone hasn't seen it?
To say something, because this is where I'm out of the camera view. This is my first press conference. You guys are a bunch of vicious bastards. Man, here's the way you guys talk. I want to go down there and punch all you fuckers in the face. Jesus Christ, you guys are mean. But yeah, no, I need to calm down. But yeah, you in the red hat. You're a bastard, bro. The way you're talking to Jared, that man's gonna come down there and take your head off. But you're a funny guy. Yeah.
I can tell you what, if you win this fight, when we fight, I knock you out, I'm gonna do a TikTok dance over your grave.
Oh, fucking, look at this grown-ass man on fucking TikTok. Maybe that's the problem, bro. You tell me what not to do. Tell me what not to do, Izzy. What should I do? Take a fucking nap? It'd be fucking awesome to bring the belt back to the States. Fucking no more painted fucking nails, no more dog collars for fucking you guys. Let's fucking go. I went through some traumatic shit, as we all did, man. From 7th grade, when I fucking learned my lesson. And as a fucking man, I'm a better man for it. I live a good life. I do fucking good things. I'm not jerking my fucking dog off, swearing allegiance to China, shitting on my ex-girlfriend. So again, man, people can change. I have fucking repented. Goddamn, I'm proud of who the fuck I am. Are you proud of who you are?
I mean, just look at John Anik's face while Strickland is going off at the 293 press conference. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what will, okay? Sean Strickland, middleweight champion, GOAT of the sport. He's going to defend the title 10 times, all right? Let's move on to the bonus pick. This is kind of an honorable mention, okay? This is the last one of the video. Honorable mention because it wasn't like a press conference moment, but Tony was just standing there talking to the media. And this is a Tony Ferguson moment, okay? Tony Ferguson is being the real Tony we all know and love. In this clip, he talks about how the UFC rankings are a rat race. However, Tony is not a rat. He is a turtle. More specifically, a Ninja Turtle. He then turns to the press and asks who their favorite Ninja Turtle is. Before they can answer, he follows up with saying that his favorite is Michelangelo. Alright, this is a Tony Ferguson moment. Like I said, let's roll it.
This is a rat race, but I'm no rat. I'm a fucking turtle. Ninja Turtle. So which one's your favorite? I like Michelangelo.
Alright guys, with that being said, that is the end of the video. Okay, let me know what I missed. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. I hope you enjoyed.